Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you happen to be on our delightful world called Earth, I hope you are having a splendid day, even night, wherever you're located. Welcome to my 3D channel on Blender. And the topics in this case, I'm dealing with the shaders, so they're probably exclusively dealing with Blender, but the other variants have their shader nodes too, so whatever I'm using in Blender probably can translate to the others. So if you're using another variant of the 3D modeling tool, I still welcome you to stay. So let's jump right in with part 3 of my series of making a tile. So first, let's go right into the shader mode. I'm in shader, and you see right here, over to my far right, that's principal. Over to my far right, principal BSDF and material output. So I like to hide them because they're usually given. I just want to zoom in some more, and you see the thing I like to do when I got my nodes together is minimize them so I can see them all better, understand them all better. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because right now I'm gonna be using those value nodes, and value nodes are very important. It's gonna come in handy later on when I have to group everything. So let me just start making it more, start beautifying it. For this scale. So go ahead and add input value node right here. Now I'm gonna connect it right here. I'm gonna hit my N key to give it a name. Let me see what I have. I'm gonna unplug it so I can see what number I have in here initially. 5. So I'm gonna give this value 5 so I can keep it consistent. Now I want to hook it back up. So it's 5. And I can move that up some. 5. I'll put it right under there. 5. I'm gonna hit my N key to see if I can name it. I'm gonna name it number tiles. Okay. I better copy it again and put it in label. Now it's a faster way for this, and I might use the faster way on mine. Alright, there. I'm not gonna hit the N key. I'm gonna use a faster way to look at it. So let's give it some order. And like I said, the reason I have it minimized like this, I can easily tell my needed inputs. So I'm gonna give me another value node. Add input value node at the bottom. Or I could have just hit Shift D. But I better start off from scratch. Alright. Ping pong here. And this is my X. Yeah. My X direction. So I put it back the way I have. So on my keyboard, on my computer, I'm using a laptop. So to give it a name, I'm gonna hit the function key. Then to give it some type of order, I'm hitting the shift key. Then I'm right clicking over this, so I can have this. I can hit G and move this around. So I want to give it a little bit of order to it. And so I added one of those layout nodes. One of them layout nodes. The little socket things. Or reroute node. Yeah, I added that's called a reroute node. It does make it look a little bit more consistent and attractive. I'm going to click on this. Now I'm going to hit on my keyboard. Because I'm using a laptop, I have to hit function key, function T. And then and that's how I can change the label. I'm going to call this X change. All I'm doing right now is giving it an order. Okay. And I can minimize these too. Minimize it because I'm not going to be doing much. I'm just organizing everything. Grab this and put it up here. I might grab this and drag it out a little bit like that. Alright, I see right there. Here's for my Y direction. Oh. See, it's 0. So what value did I have here before? Let me move it. See what I had there before. So I had 5/10. Go up here. Come down here. Put 5/10. And before I do that, I might start. Click on here. Click my reroute node. Grab it and just move it around. So I took care of that ping pong. And the next one is even more something because it's the Y direction. See, watch this. See, it's affecting the Y. See, it was 5/10. So I can hit Control Z a couple times. I'm gonna get it back to what it was. Right there. Since it got the same value, I can hit Shift D for this. Shift D. Hook it up right here. And since it's completely parallel, or parallel, I don't have to add no reroute nodes there. But I'm gonna hit my function key F2. F2. Oh, wrong. Hit the wrong thing. So function key F2. Well, I want to see what I'm gonna name. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna call it change X. Oh, and it got this. Yeah, it truly made a duplicate. It even got the change. I'm just gonna. You got X change. I'm gonna change it to Y change. Function key F2. Change that to Y. And when you name them, you just name them something that you understand. I know what it means for me. Okay, so I like to have them all together. I might put a reroute node here. And click there. Drag it up here. Oops. Grab it and put it right here. Okay, so I'm done with this. I can minimize it again. I got one more over here for my smooth. Let's see what my smooth do. And it's set for, I'm going to copy that value. Copy that. Let's see what it does so I can give it a good name. Okay. So it make the shape. Tile shape. I call it that. So okay, I do have to add up. Let me see. So I want to keep my things orderly, as orderly as I possibly can. Okay, that look good. As orderly as I possibly can make them. Because with these nodes, when you have hundreds of nodes, or 50 or over 20 nodes, it becomes unorderly fast. So I can drag it up a little bit. I had add a value, add, input, value node, drop it right here. Clicking here, and I put Control V. See, I copy that number to there, so I know what I'm getting when I hook it up. Hook it up here to the smooth. I'm hit my function key F2. Just make the tile shape. I'll call it that tile shape. Like I said, it's very important for this because, like, when you go to the grouping of nodes, and I had those grouping sockets, I know what to manipulate. Okay, I don't like how this line going up here, so I'm gonna put me I'm gonna hit the shift, right click, put it on a reroute right there, grab it, bring it down. Okay, so everything looks pretty good. Let me zoom out. Okay, it looks pretty good. Alright, it looks pretty presentable. It can be perfect, but at least but the most important, at least my value nodes make sense now. So now, instead of messing with all these nodes over here, I just can click on this and just make my changes. See right there. I don't gotta be going right to the actual node. I don't have to go to the actual node. I'll come right to my little area and make my little changes right over here, as you see. Make my little changes right there. Don't have to be worrying about messing with any nodes anymore. I mean, yeah, I mess with nodes, but I'm in one area. I don't have to go from node to node to node to make the change. Tile shape, I'll come here. Yeah, that's another thing with tile shape. They make the tile shape. Okay. I hit Control Z a couple times. Right, put it right where I'm sitting. So that's the good thing about the value node. It helps you to organize your nodes when you start getting more and more advanced. And as we start to slowly get more advanced with this. Okay, so I got that out the way. So I can get rid of all of that stuff. I just need to worry about this little area right here. Now I'm going to add some more nodes. I'm going to add color, mix color, drop it in right there. And I want to choose color burn, mix, color burn. Where we see burn at? Oh boy. I see color dodge. I'm just going to choose dark, and hey, that's just like burn. Okay, so we see when I choose to mess with the scale factor. Let me look again and see if I see burn. Oh yeah, right here, it's color, right in front of me. Color burn. Alright, we see what's happening right there. Then I'm going to go over what color burn means. I'm going to put it back to what I have. I got a definition for color burn. Right there. Click on X. Alright, that got us off the internet. The definition of color burn. What does color burn do? The color burn mode is named after the photography development technique of burning or overexposing prints to make the colors darker. Yes, I used to do that when I used to do photography in the 90s. When you want to make a certain part dark, you may hide the lighter areas and have the light continually shine on that area just to make it darker. That's basically what it is. So, or overexposing. That's what it does. So overexposing, make it darker to make the colors darker. This blending mode darkens the colors and increases the contrast of the base colors, then blends the colors of the blending color. But remember, for the most part, a simple word is make your colors darker. So let me put it back to the way I had it. I can hide this now. Color burn, hide it. Put it back to Z. Work. Let's see what color burn does. It's on. You see that? It's making the edges darker and darker and darker. And it's still like a little rectangle or square. But it is making those edges darker and darker and darker and darker and darker and darker. I'm going to put it up to where I had it. Now, like I said, I had my little nodes over here. I'm going to come back over here, give it a value node. Add input value. Drop it in right here. It's set for 0, so I don't have to worry about nothing because the factor is already 0. Just drag it over here. I want to hook it up to factor. I don't care about the color B. But I could, but I just leave it alone. I just leave it black and white. I want to put a reroute node here to make it look more better. So I hit the shift key, right click. There's my rewrite node. It's already highlighted, so I can just move it out the way as such. And I can just drag it over too like that to make it look better. Then I can minimize my value. Alright, so let's zoom back in and keep on trekking. I want to add another one called color dodge. So I can hit the shift D, bring it over, drop it in, and I saw color dodge easy. Color, and it was just called dodge, I believe. Right, or color dodge. Let's see what this does. I can minimize the color burn. Let's see what color dodge. Oh, let me read the definition for color dodge first. I'm gonna bring it back in. Now the reason I got these definitions because when I went to the actual Blender site, the Blender site didn't have no definitions up on there, nothing. So I had to look elsewhere. Earlier, now here's the most important thing: color dodge to lighting. So now I want to lighten some specific parts of the image. So burn makes it darker. Dodge, I'm staying away from, like when I used to be in the photography, with the film photography. To dodge it, I try to I have a paper and I try to stay away from a certain area to make it look lighter. So earlier, to lighten some specific parts of the image, photographers in the darkroom use some specific techniques to enlighten areas of an image. I'll stop right there. If you want to read the rest, you can pause the video and read the rest. So let me go with the factor and see what happened. Or let me put it back on my, I can hide this. I can hide all my definitions. I'll put it back on Z. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Let me bring it up. And let's see what happens when I choose this factor. Oh, you see right there? The white part is getting lighter. It's getting lighter and lighter. Alright, so that is what the color does do it. It has made it look lighter. Alright, I control my factor, see? So I'm gonna come over here to value again. Keep everything nice and neat. Add, input, value, drop it right in. Since this, what's my factor? I might put the factor back to 0 like it was before. 0. So that's what it was before. So I just hook up my value nodes. I'm saying, people, these value nodes are extremely important. And the main thing, like, when you watch a lot of YouTube videos, I never saw many people make them orderly. I did watch one video where I got the idea came from a video I got off of Udemy. Keep the value node section orderly. You know, most YouTubers, when I see them use that value node, they just have the value node anywhere. But if you keep them orderly, it'll come in great help when you go to the, like I said, when you group them. Let me change it over here. You see right there, it's nice and convenient. So I hit that, and there's that. So I got everything. So I'm gonna conclude part 3 right here. But let me put it now. See, it got that ugly line right there, which I want. You want to keep it neat. So I'm gonna hit my shift key, right click. You know, you can right click anywhere. I'll right click here. Make that node, grab it, bring it down. I'll put it like this to try to keep it more like keep it more perpendicular looking. So that's good right there. So that's it for part 3, people. The next part I'm gonna get into, part 4. I'm gonna be using the displacement node. So thank you for stopping by. Like I like to say to my new people, you keep striving, you keep pushing. We grow and grow every day. And I definitely know I'm growing with these shaders. I'm definitely growing. Till the next time, been the family, to the family. Peace.